players resolving mulligans here. Oh, David, thank you so much for having life totals that I can follow there. Looks like Shaun won the die roll, and both players are keeping 7. David, a rare sleeveless player. I think 99% of players these days play with sleeves, even for draft. But David's going old school here. Ooh, Shaun's got the Utopia Sprawl in 1, name's White, which is splash color. David also, this is the 3rd time out of 3 games that Shaun has been hopeless nightmared on turn 1. Wow, this is just a really nutty draw here from Shaun, and he's got a Rider Fawn. Wow. Shaun's going into turn 3 with 5, potentially 6 mana available to him. That's just completely unfair. That Beanstalk Worm could just come down on turn 3. And David's playing much more fair Magic with a, I think it's called Witch's Vengeance. No. Pact, something. Whatever. It's a Tormenting Voice at this point with no creatures on board. Draw 2. And say go. Shaun is indeed just going to play his worm. Didn't have land 4, so not quite the total nuts. Though maybe he just has crazy spells instead. David plays land 3 and passes. Shaun gets in for 6. David cracks the Nightmare and Scry's end of turn. 1 top, 1 bottom, untap. Draw. Okay. Hitting these land drops. Definitely important. Probably going to just need some kind of removal for this worm at some point. It is going to be cut in. How's it going, Emmett? Feel free to join me if you want.
I'll join for like...
I'm joined in the booth now by Emin, who has not been an official member of a league team yet, though maybe we're going to convince him at some point.
Yeah, hopefully. I mean, like, these next couple months I got a lot of stuff to do, so I'm just going to sub this one, but hopefully next one everything should be fine. But yeah, I mean, good to be here. Good to watch this, the finals of this team draft.
Of course.
And we got some action going on here, 5-minute play. I haven't drafted a lot of WoE or seen a lot of WoE cards other than Questing Druid and Modern, but looks fun. I mean, this format looks really fun, really a joy to play. And
yeah, there's a lot of interesting stuff to do for sure. Shaun just had maybe one of the nuttiest green starts I've seen in this format. Turn 1 Utopia Sprawl, turn 2 Beanstalk Worm, into turn 3 5/4 Reach.
Oh, geez.
But David's found some key removal spells, and now he's got Lord Skidder on board, which could just completely turn this game around. He's going to start making 1/1 rats every turn.
Oh, wow.
And eating up Graveyard.
Yeah, sometimes, I mean, like, yeah, you get the cool start, you get the really fast start, but sometimes when you just slow down on the gas from there, it's just... It's a bit tough, but I mean, we'll see how Shaun kind of pulls it out from here.
Mm-hmm. He blocks the 3/3 land here, takes 1 and goes to 9. I imagine Shaun's got some kind of
big play.
That
looks big.
It's a board wipe.
Oh yeah, there we go.
He says 2. So I don't know if you're familiar with this card. You choose a number from 1 to 10, I think. and destroy everything with power equal to or greater.
Oh,
So it looks like he chose 2, so he got to keep his Root Rider Fawn.
gotcha.
David also gets to keep his rat, though.
Yeah.
And here it comes.
And Shaun draws up the 3 cards. Was that 17 and 9 life totals?
Did he just gain 2? No, okay. 17. That's
I
correct.
think they just heard us.
Fawn comes in. Looks like the attrition is done. Players with very few cards in hand. Oh, but Shaun tops the Restless Fortress. That's pretty key. That thing did a lot of work in round 1 against Matt. It's a land that becomes a 1/4 that drains for 2 when it attacks.
Ooh, yeah, that's gonna
Very
be,
powerful in the late game.
That's actually going to be pretty insane because David's at 8 life. There's no real board here. David's really got to draw something and place something out there.
Yeah, and since you have to have some kind of instant speed interaction with it or put 4 power on the board, which he clearly seems to be flooding out a little bit here and unable to put that together. So let's see if he's got the instant speed interaction to
We got 2 mana
deal
tapped
with it.
here.
And
There's
his Cauldron.
Yeah, this is going to be a...
Probably he's going
Shaun's
to drain
pulling
for
it out from
2.
here.
And then maybe just put a counter on something here. It's still not quite going to be lethal.
Shaun's in a very good position
Yeah,
right now.
I would have a hard time believing that David can come back from this, especially seeing, I have to imagine, one of his best cards already in the bin. Just going to go ahead and eat the Butcher for 1 extra damage. Oh, and David's got the Virtue of Virtue of Redness.
Red
I forget
Virtue.
that.
Virtue of
Followed by
redness.
Stingblade Assassin. So he does actually have the instant speed interaction to deal with the Fortress.
That's pretty good.
And he's still just going to take 2 from the Fawn here, I imagine.
I mean, to be fair, it's not going to change anything. Right.
I have to imagine. Just going to 4 here.
Yeah. David draws a card. Let's see if he has any follow-ups to that pretty insane turn. I mean, he's got Virtue over there, but looks like he's spending 1 mana to play.
It's pretty rare that the Red Virtue is more than a shock
True, yeah.
in this format. He is cracking in for 5 here, which is not insignificant.
Yeah, you hit me twice with this guy, for 16. Then I gained 2 life by stacking with this. Yeah, sorry.
Ah, there we go.
I'm still on it,
Minor life total discrepancy.
trying to keep up. These guys are playing pretty fast. It's a little tough to keep up with.
Yeah.
Just 2.
We're on it in the booth, ladies and gentlemen. It looks like...
Oh, and Sweet Tooth
Oh,
just
wow,
going
yeah.
to finish off the last 2 damage there. Yeah.
Going back over to this game.
Apologies. It looks like Shaun did have the early Utopia Sprawl again, which is
Oh,
just
jeez. Just opening up
a
with Utopia
problem.
Sprawl like an absolute champion.
yeah. But it looks like David has a much more blazing start here. Shaun is already down to 14. Having a Savannah Lions on turn 1 will definitely help with that.
Is this set just always this powerful? Like, just a lot of early game action? Or we just got 2 decks with...
I think it's fairly standard for Modern Limited, to have the possibility of blazing starts like this.
Yeah.
Shaun is going to go ahead and bargain the Brave the Wilds to turn his land into a nice 3/3 blocker. Of course, it's a little risky. It leaves you up to being able the potential Stone Rain,
Yeah.
but he also does have Utopia Sprawl to counteract that a bit.
True, yeah. I think that's fine. I mean, like, yeah, it is a bit scary against a red-black deck. Like, removal, but... Yeah, I mean... Board presence is important. Having a 3/3 roadblock there against a aggressive deck is always good.
Looks like David might be light on mana here, yeah.
Yeah, passes back, doesn't get a land drop or anything, just holding a grip.
Running out the Ratcatcher trainee without the adventure is not ideal. He could have gone ahead and sacked the Emberth veteran. The trainee does have first strike, which would make it potentially able to attack into the 3 toughness of the land, though a double block from Shaun would be just a potential 2-for-1 at that point, so David just passes it back instead. Okay, we got a prism and a land, so Shaun is just all set for mana this game. And comes in for 6. No, 7. With the young hero rule.
Yeah.
It's going to be a block and sack here, yeah.
Pretty straightforward. I mean, like, you got Shaun putting on the pressure,
Yeah.
like, massively. Got to take advantage of your opponent when he's missing land drops. So.
And all this food, he's just not going to be in danger of dying anytime soon either. Let's see if David can hit land number 3 here.
I think he drew it. No, he didn't.
Nope. This is going to be an attack for 3 here.
Shoot.
Again, I mean, your opponent being at 11 sounds nice, but he's also got 3 ways to gain 3 life on board there, so.
Yeah, Shaun's got a board, he's
Cannot
got
just be-
creatures, he's got life gain.
He's attacking for 8.
Attacking for 8. Jeez. I'm very curious to see how David could come back from this situation, but I mean, it's Magic.
Well,
We're in the finals of a tournament.
I think that's just gotta.
Definitely got to play it out.
I think that Beanstalk Worm is just gonna lock it up here. I just don't know if. I mean, you can technically attack into it, but you're just dead on the crackback. You're dead to Sweet Tooth Witch activations. It's just like.
Not a good spot for David.
Pizza in about 15 or 20 minutes.
Great.
So if these guys like, are between and like
We need a break,
maybe suggest to just like that they hang out.
Yeah.
And that's the
Yeah,
GG.
that's gonna be-
Shaun extending the hand.
Not
He takes it.
not too surprising at all there. That was
Yeah.
pretty one-sided.